Hello, everybody. I want to talk to some people that are new to plants. I'm new to plants. I'm very new. This is one of my first planted tanks, if you've not watched one of my other videos. But something that I have found incredibly helpful, and I wanted to show you my results versus just saying, hey, just go and do this. 'Cause sometimes you're like, okay, but do you know what you're talking about? Well, if you're referring to me, I probably don't know what I'm talking about, but that's why I want people to comment and help me along my journey and pass this information along. So, this plant right here, the red melon sword, I've got one, two, three, four, five new leaves within the last week. The previous 2 months, I only had one or two new leaves before that. My Anubias, oops, it's hiding. Hold on, let me move. Oh, there you can see it. You see that light green shoot right there? That's a leaf uncurling. That week, that was last week or two, this big leaf right here that you can just see the front of it. You're seeing the kind of the flap. Some plants, like these guys, you can start seeing some new growth down there. These have been slow for me. You can see some new growth right there. This dead looking plant. I did my research. I think my water's too hard. This plant does not like hard water. My GH is way too high for it. So I found that out. Dwarf hairgrass. Whoops. Right there. See all those new little shoots coming up? Right there. How about the new ones coming out of that one? There's some new ones down in there. There's even the beautiful fish hiding that little tiny sprout kind of really far away. It's coming up from the dwarf hairgrass. Now, look at my vow in the back here. It Look at that. When I first shot my first video here, go back and look at it. I do not think that there was a single leaf even touching the top of the water. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks. So, fertilizers. I started out 2 months ago. The first thing I did was I got liquid fertilizer like everybody told me to. Oh, liquid fertilizers. Then they said, just keep dosing it. Your plants will explode. And I said, for this guy here, 2 months, two leaves. The Anubias back there, 2 months, two leaves. The vowel was dying off. Those guys over here in this corner, I don't have root tabs underneath those guys, but all the rest of these I've got root tabs underneath of. I would really have to dig up that whole area. There's a mound back there, and as soon as I remove this coconut shell right here, that mound will collapse, and I don't want to damage the root system I've already got for now. I want it to grow a little stronger before I do anything. So no root tabs underneath this. But there's one underneath the dwarf hairgrass. There's one or two underneath this stuff here, I can't remember. There's one underneath the vowel right here. There's one under the Anubias. Now, I know the Anubias doesn't take nutrients from the soil really, but I don't know why else I'm getting that explosion of growth. I kind of planted the Anubias, but I didn't. It was sitting on top of sand. Oh, just a little tiny under. But you're not supposed to plant Anubias, and I did not know that when I first got it, and I just they told me, just put it under just a little tiny bit of sand, so I did what they told me, and it's wrong. I should have attached it to my driftwood or one of the rocks. So I made a mistake there, but it's getting the nutrients somehow, because it did not grow like that until I put the root tabs in. Neither is the red melon sword right here. I put the root tab under this 2 weeks ago. I wish I would have took pictures and said, here's what it looks like. Here's me putting the root tabs in. So, liquid fertilizer for the water column and some root tabs for underneath sand. This is not a dirted tank. This is all black sand. This is not a dirted tank, and that's why I bring it up, because I did not do a dirted tank on this one. This is the one that I want to convert to a dirted tank later, but I already have the root tabs, and I'm like, let's just find out, do these root tabs work? And how long do they really last? 3 months? So I'm going to find out. But this is my tank so far. Go back and watch my first video and compare the difference in my plants and see what you guys think. And if I've got this information wrong or anything about it, please tell me. Oh, we have a guest star. There's one of my shrimp. Still alive. They hide so much, I had to bring that out. Beautiful, beautiful guy. Come out to eat on the wood. Anyway, so please comment down about things that if I'm telling people wrong about this. This is just my personal experience, and I want to state that my personal experience. Hard water versus soft water versus medium water versus RO water or whatever, I'm sure you guys are going to get different results. I have hard water. It does not go through a softener. It only goes through a drinking water filter with carbon in it. Okay, so it doesn't really pull minerals or stuff like that out. My GH is like 320 right out of the faucet. So I think my KH is like 280. So yes, hard water. But that's what I've got, and thought you might enjoy watching some fish for a little bit while I ramble on about stuff you don't care about anymore. I look forward to your comments. Thank you, everybody.